They're toe-to-toe. The Russian towers above the American. It's the true case of David and Goliath here. It's unbelievable, the condition of both men, but the Russian champion...
I must break you.
Remember what I said back there about wanting to be you?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Thanks, boy.
What's going on, boxing people? Happy Tuesday, September 15th. It's that time. Mayhem in the morning with your boy, AJ Rage. Ring that goddamn bell. Let's get it going.
Open up the gates, welcome to Mayhem!
How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's having a safe and beautiful Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. It's Mayhem in the morning. I'm your host, AJ Rage. We're going to get right to it. So, rather than going into a report on any upcoming fights, you know, as a podcaster myself and also a host on a live stream show and Enter the Ring with my brother, Mighty Mike, I go around and I look at other channels. Well, today I heard something from another person. I'm just going to call it fan on, whatever he wants to call himself. And, you know, I gave him his time and the things he had to say. And I'm not going to say that our opinions are always what you should listen to, because they're just opinions. But when you start to put your statements in a factual basis and make accusations about a fighter just to sell a fight, well, you're stepping outside of what's considered to be, you know, an ethical journalist, podcaster, broadcaster, whatever it is you want to call yourself. So today I heard him and he was talking about some statements that were made by Vasily Lomachenko, the undisputed pound-for-pound champion of the world. He went on to say how Vasily was saying things like how he's going to smash this guy. Just the kind of things that you never hear out of Vasily's mouth. And then, on top of that, he went on to start to break down the fight a little bit and what he felt. Vasily, what was his shortcomings? First of all, he went to point out and say that Vasily didn't attempt to try to fight for the world title in his second world title fight, the one that he had against Salido. He said that because of Vasily's, I believe it was 6 fights within the world boxing series. Let me tell you something right now. If it's not recognized by the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, or any head organization within boxing, it's not a professional match. Just because you're not wearing headgear doesn't make it a non-amateur event. One step outside of a tough man competition. They're glorified sparring sessions. That's all they are. So wherever he was trying to go with it, then he went on to say how Vasily was old. You know, you're going to say Vasily's old at 32, but you don't have an issue with Sean Porter. See, I'm just going to keep breaking his facts down. The things that he thinks. I'm just going to break them all down. Then he went on to say how Vasily got this moniker where no Moschenko, and he never bought into it because he never saw it. He thought there was something a little fishy about it. Another accusation. Saying how the fighters hadn't taken any type of real punishment. They just kind of quit. But he hadn't shown that at 126, but he was shown at 130. Let me tell you something right now. When a fighter moves up sometimes, their power increases, their overall ability increases because they're not weight drained. Their training regimen changes. The thing with Vasily Lomachenko is, to say that he didn't give Axe Walters a beating of his lifetime, the man never stepped back in the ring again. And every other fighter who quit against Vasily was due to his punches, not because they couldn't catch him. You show me a fighter that just quits because they can't catch him. You wouldn't have a problem saying that if it was Pernell Whitaker or Adrian Broner or any other fighter. But it's Vasily Lomachenko. Okay. So Then he started talking about some of Vasili's showboating tactics. He would do the matador, how it was disrespectful. Oh, wait a minute. You know, it's called being a showman, and that's not disrespectful. Disrespectful is the guy who you're kind of leaning towards in Teofimo Lopez when he knocks a fighter unconscious. You don't know what the situation of the person's overall health is at that point, and you sweep him away. You do this little gesture of sweeping him away like he's dirt on the mat. That is disrespectful. Now, the only thing I will agree is when Vasily says he's going to, you know, basically teach Teofimo Lopez a hard lesson, and I'm just paraphrasing, that I do agree with, and that is going to be reality. And, you know, and you can go ahead and keep calling this a great fight. You know, a great fight is between two fighters who are proven. When you had Errol Spence going up against Sean Porter, to me, that was a great fight. Two fighters with amazing resumes. Didn't duck anybody, bought the best of the best, decided let's see who's better. A great fight is coming up with Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. A great fight is Deontay Wilder against Tyson Fury, two champions putting their titles on the line. Vasily Lomachenko has an amazing resume. Everybody's quick to forget that not that long ago, they considered fighters like Rigondeaux untouchable, the best of the best, the Mayweather heir apparent. And then all of a sudden, Vasily goes in there and makes him look ordinary. Humiliated the man. And now Rigondeaux's old, he's small. They're always trying to find a way to find some type of shortcoming in Vasily Lomachenko. He doesn't have the size, he's getting old. And how many times are we going to hear about this Linares knockdown? Even the greatest fighters in history have been knocked down. It's not about getting knocked down. It's how you react once you get up. And the thing is, you know, nobody talks about the fact that regardless of what you want to say, and it's fact, and you can go, and I'll put a link to it beneath the podcast today, Teofimo Lopez was dropped in his pro debut. It is what it is in the first round. He got dropped in the first round by a kid that looked like, you know, I mean, you know, if this kid was any skinnier, I swear to God, the wind would have blew him out of the damn ring. Oh, but nobody's got a problem with that because he's evolved since then. Well, let me tell you something. You can sit here and say all of this stuff about, you know, he's this, he's slowing down, he's losing a step. We're going to find out. You can't even get the date right. You say sometime in October. It's October 17th is the day. So, then he moves on. He starts trying to compare the shortcomings of Vasily to that of when Tyson Fury fought against Vladimir Klitschko. And he said how Vladimir Klitschko, he felt that Tyson Fury was going to win it just based on the fact of Fury's so tall, and it was going to be a hard task for Klitschko to control that height. Fury's 6'9". I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but Klitschko goes in at about 6'6", almost 6'7". So I don't think those couple inches, we're not talking about a 6'9" guy against, you know, a 5'10" guy. I tell you, this is just, I'm going to leave it this way. Your statements, I'm going to give it to you in this quick little clip. Listen.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's it. I'm sorry. I'm just in that mood today. Yeah, I am so tired of, and like I said, I put a thing out there. If he's willing to debate me, we could sit down. We could do it on my channel, me and my brother's channel over to Enter the Ring, or we could do it on his channel. Doesn't matter. I think we need to see more of that. It's not an argument. It's not a street fight. It's opinions coming at each other. But, you know, it's the way that they express it. They express it with such anger, you know? Like how I'm a little angry right now because, like, I am a fan of Vasily Lomachenko. I think he's an amazing fighter. I think he is the type of fighter we need representing the sport of boxing today. We don't need a fighter like Teofimo Lopez representing the integrity that's within boxing, because he has no integrity. He's shown absolutely no respect, either him or his father, towards Vasily, his father, his camp, and the legacy that he's already created. So when you tear down your opponent, you make him look ordinary, then if you do get that victory, then guess what? Your victory's tainted. It's crazy, dude. I mean, sometimes, you just got to hold it because you just want to just reach down, and I tell you, man, it comes down to that. But like I said, the fight's right around the corner. I'm excited for the fight. I'm not going to call it a great fight. I'm going to say it is a good matchup between a proven product and the undisputed pound for pound champion of the world. And I'm going to continue to say that because just like if you're a doctor and you went to school for 10, 12 years and you got that doctor before your name, you earned it. He earned it. So give it to him. That's what it is. And the unproven Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, he's got some wins. He won a world title over probably the most mediocre lightweight champion in the past 20 years in Richard Comey. That guy was made to be beat. I'm sorry, Comey was never going to step in there with Lomachenko. So, I mean, like I said, I've talked about it before with Teofimo's. I'll sit down and I'll break down everyone. I'm tired of, you got Junior Lopez out here talking about when, he tried to get in Lomachenko's face, and he basically told him, what they were going to do to him and stuff. And he said that based on that, when his son went in and knocked out Mason Menard in 44 seconds, how it affected Vasily in his fight against Pedraza. No, Pedraza's a tough fighter. And in what world do you equate Jose Pedraza to Mason Menard? That's just insanity. And then he's talking about he's going to go break his neck. I want to see that happen, Junior. You're another one. You're another one that talks a lot. Never laced up a pair of gloves in your life. I have. My brother has. We're real fighters. Fought our whole lives. He's in there, writing a check that I hope his son's asking cash. Because Vasily's shown it before. He's made fighters quit. He's beat them down. Broke them down mentally, physically, and spiritually, and they never laced on a pair of gloves again. So I hope you saved your money, Junior, because this may be the last day after October 17th that you got that cash cow in your boy. The do-over, takeover, whatever. So my quick ramblings are over and stuff, I want everybody to have a wonderful Tuesday, September 15th. We're going to be having a show coming out here with Enter the Ring with my amazing brother, Mighty Mike. Check out our official website at enterthering.buzz. And, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that stuff on YouTube. You have a great morning, everybody. Once again, this is Mayhem in the Morning with your boy, AJ Rage. Peace out.